have a filter, which is a pre-weighed filter. We have a filter number and the initial weight, the weight of the filter. So you never want to touch the filter, because if your hands are dirty or oily, it could get on the filter and affect the results of our total suspended solids sample, or which we're going to call TSS. So here you go. Thanks. Okay, so use the forceps and put it right here.
Where?
Right there. Make it centered. Okay. So we're going to fill up 50 milliliters of sample.
Okay. Didn't you get down to eye level?
Yes. So we're going to dry this and then weigh it, and that will give us our total suspended solids result. So this was from, which one did we do? This one? Oh, this one. So this was from the north cell of the facility, and just a reminder, the north cell is still receiving dredge material, it's still operational. So this is from the north cell, and then you can do a south cell sample.
Oh, it's magnetic.
Mm-hmm. Here you go. I'm sorry. 50. You can do it on here. That's fine. That's good. So you want to rinse it out with the water? Yeah. That's good. So if we were doing the real test, we would want to rinse it 3 times just to be sure that there's no sediment left in the graduated cylinder or around the edge. But this is just a test. So now rinse it, now that all the water's gone. That's good. Okay, that's good.
Oh, or you think, okay.
If you do it right there. Yeah, there you go.
It's like pulling my tones, dude.
Okay, so this is from the south cell, which is the complete finished wetland that no longer receives dredge material, and this is from the north cell. So this one obviously looks a little bit dirtier, like there was more sediment in the water. So from here, we take our samples that are still a little bit wet and put them in the oven at over 100 degrees Celsius for over an hour to dry. So the oven will dry out all of the water, and then we're left with the filter and the sediment. So you did north cell, it's hot, and you did south cell. Okay, so be sure not to touch them. And then from here we go over to the balance. So go ahead and have a seat. So we're zeroed out. So you take the tweezers, the forceps, where are they? Oh, here they are. And then you open the balance and place it on top of the metal tray.
Okay.
Yeah, or here, whichever's easier. So you wait till that, okay. So you take the initial weight of the filter, or you take the final weight and then subtract it from the initial weight of the filter. So if you take that, if not, it's 7, yeah. And then you multiply it by 2 because we use a 50 milliliter sample. You would want it, you multiply it by 2. So the total suspended solids of the sample from the south cell was 14 milligrams per liter. And our permit allows us to go up to 800 daily max and 400 quarterly average. So with being 14, are we within our permit limits if we wanted to discharge?
I didn't hear what you said the things were. Like where you can get
800.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to do
Yes. So you wait until that little dot goes away. Okay, so you take the final weight of the filter and subtract it from, you can just do 21, and then subtract it from the initial weight. So 21 minus 5.
30.
No.
Why didn't it work?
I don't know. So it's 16, and then
I
you
was like,
multiply it
there's
by
no
2 because we used a 50 milliliter sample.
30.
So it's 32. So our TSS for the north cell was 32, and from the south cell it was 14. So are both of these total suspended solids limits within our range?
Yes.
Yes. The south cell was 14 milligrams per liter, and our permit allows us to go up to 800 daily max and 400 quarterly average. So with being 14, are we within our permit limits if we wanted to discharge?
I didn't hear what you said the things were. Like where you can get.
800.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to do
Yes. And so the big ships can come into the port. So that material gets placed at these facilities, and it is then converted into upland, or specifically for Hart Miller Island, the material is converted into upland habitat and wetland habitat for birds and wildlife. And the environmental specialists out there do the sampling and reporting for the facility. So yes, I would consider it a green job.
Thank you for talking with us today.
Oh, it's my pleasure. And I would also like to add that if anybody is interested in an internship position or an environmental specialist position with MES, I would recommend checking out the website for any openings, any job openings. And the website is www.menv.com. And one more time, that's www.menv.com.
Thank you.
Thank you.
word that has evolved into a verb, becoming more acceptable in many of our daily routines. We are encouraged towards the ultimate objective of changing our behavior and our day-to-day practices through articles, television programming, and education. Special incentives, policies, programs, and strategic plans have been carefully put into place to continue to improve and revitalize the environment as well as the economy.